Today we're going to be making artichokes and spinach dip, replicating Applebee style. Boil water and add fresh spinach. You can also use frozen spinach and skip this step. But if you decided to use fresh, it is important that you cook them first. I am going to explain later why. Spinach greatly reduces its size, so I recommend using plenty of it. If you think you have enough, I recommend double the amount. Cook at medium temperature from 5 to 7 minutes or until you see the spinach has turned soft and darker in color. We squeeze the water out of the spinach and we set aside. In the meantime, we're going to start working with the bechamel sauce. In a saucepan at medium temperature, add the butter and let it melt. Once melted, add the flour. Cook this mixture called roux for about 2 minutes to eliminate the raw taste of the flour. Add about ½ cup of milk. It is recommended to use hot milk, but cold would also make the trick. A big lump begins to form. This is fine. Don't be scared. It is time to add a little more milk and repeat the process. Here is where it starts to look like mashed potatoes. We add a little more milk and whisk, which is the secret of a good bechamel sauce. Add in a little bit of milk at the time and continue whisking in between. You can see how it's becoming super creamy and delicious. The last part will make the bechamel a little runny. It will be thickened with the rest of the ingredients. Add fresh garlic. You can also use dry, but the taste and smell of fresh garlic is the best. Also incorporate the cream cheese. You can also chop the cream cheese and add it in small cubes, but since it's gonna melt down, just go ahead and add in the whole chunk. Cream cheese will start to melt. Don't worry about this. Also, do not worry about those little lumps you see in the sauce. Add Romano cheese. I always suggest you use the block cheese and grate it at home. Add the Parmesan cheese. Use also a grater. When you shred your cheese at home, the aroma and flavor is much greater than pre-shredded cheese. Fresh cheese will also melt faster and give a creamier consistency. It's time to add the mozzarella cheese. This is already looking so delicious. Add black pepper, salt, and stir. I recommend the quantities on a recipe, but please feel free to add or remove ingredients as you wish. Let the bechamel sauce cool down and let's keep working with the other ingredients. Place the artichokes on the chopping board and slice them. Drain them in a colander if you need to. The size of how you cut them does not matter, but I do recommend not cutting them too small. You do want to see them when you're eating this dip. Chop the spinach as well. You might need to drain them again. The reason why we cook and drain the spinach is so we do not color the dip in green. It just makes it look more delicious when we're about to eat it. Mix the artichokes and spinach in a large bowl. Then add the bechamel sauce. I suggest you add a little bit of the bechamel sauce at the time. Mix it with the rest of the ingredients. Taste it, and if you decide to add more, go ahead and do so. When you have reached the desired consistency, place the dip in a smaller bowl, hopefully a prettier one. Remember, this is where we're going to serve our dip. Add more mozzarella cheese on top, and a bit of the Romano and Parmesan cheese to taste. The amount of cheese you put on top, that's up to you. You can go as much as you want or as little as you want. We'll bring the artichoke spinach dip to the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This video belongs to the series of famous restaurants or famous food establishments. If there's another recipe that you would like to replicate at home, let me know in the comments. If you want to keep on watching more of this content, you can go ahead and subscribe over here. And over here, you're going to find 2 other recipes that you can prepare at home and enjoy with family and friends. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.